Good morning to all who have gathered here at Unity of Kent, and those who come to us on Facebook and Zoom. My name is Linnell Mooney. Reverend Patty is leading a service as a guest minister at Whitby today, and we are blessed today to welcome our Whitby's own Reverend Joanna Gabriel. And Aaron English is here as our musician. So Aaron, will you please open our service with song?
I will. Thanks, Linnell. Greetings all from Nashville, Tennessee. I will open my eyes to the sunrise. I will learn to sing again. It's been a long, dark night. Now I see the morning light. A new day has come. I thought my dreaming was done. My world turned over and torn inside out. I thought my heart was broken, but it's just cracked wide open. A new day has come. I can feel the changes on its way. I've been waiting for a brighter day. I can't see it any other way. A new day has come. I can feel the changes on its way. I've been waiting for a brighter day. I can't see it any other way. A new day has come. Oh, I'll start it all again. Though my heart is beating like a drum, I'm standing in new light. I'll see the road ahead. It's shining in the sun. I can feel the changes on its way. I've been waiting for a brighter day. I can't see it any other way. A new day has come. I can feel the changes on its way. I've been waiting for a brighter day. I can't see it any other way. A new day has come. A new day has come. A new day has come.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Good way to start. So I want to welcome you again. Unity of Kent is a welcoming community for those that seek God in their own experience. We welcome people of all political, racial, ethnicity, religious creeds, sexual orientation, and culture. So as Aaron began our service in the song of prayer, let us take a moment I'll lead you in prayer. So at this time, I invite you to settle into a contemplative mode as I lead you in prayer. Thank you, God, for creating us and sustaining us. We know in our hearts that you are the only presence and the only power in this universe and in our lives. You are all there is, and it is good. Aaron, will you bless us with song again?
I will. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, how do you do? They're saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Thank you, Aaron. All right. So let's begin today with our statement of faith. Let's everyone say together. There is one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. I trust and align with that power of goodness now. So in your bulletins, you will find a prayer slip. Go ahead and fill that out. We'll be collecting them later. And those of you on Zoom, will ask you at that time if you would like to unmute and bless us with your prayers. We do have a wonderful treat after church today from our youth ed department. They are creating lots of lovely goodies, so I hope you'll come and join us for good talk and good food afterwards. I have a few announcements. The Quest class continues on Tuesday nights on Zoom at 6:30, and it is not too late to join. We are setting out on the quest, and we're using the adventure book to go along with us. So it's deep and very great spiritual practice talks. On Wednesday mornings on Zoom, you can still check in to Spirit Talk, and that begins at 10 a.m. And if you go to the events page on our website, you can find both those Zoom addresses. Taxes are due on January 31st, which I believe is Tuesday. We need your support, so if there's a little extra you'd like to put into the basket above your tithe, we would appreciate that. Okay. So today's virtue is believing. Believing is to hold the opinion that something is true even when there is no evidence that makes it certain. Believing is the quality of open-mindedness and conviction that goes beyond physical proof. Having faith in positive outcomes exercises the virtue of believing. In your bulletin and perhaps behind me, let's say together the affirmation for believing. I am believing. I trust my intuitive sense of truth beyond proof. I believe in the goodness of my life. I have strong positive conviction. Today's daily word for January 29th is prosperity. I broaden my perspective of prosperity. When I think of prosperity, I may think of financial wealth or my possessions. I may even feel tempted to compare my life to someone else's and feel as though I came up short in comparison. Today, my understanding of prosperity grows, feeling safe and secure in who I am in prosperity, knowing I am gloriously made in the image of God is priceless. Realizing the abundance of the natural world and partaking of it is a gift. All of these are wonderful reminders as I reside in the kingdom of heaven. The more I appreciate the riches of the material world, the more the more aware I am of my greatest prosperity, my oneness with God. So in Matthew chapter 6, he affirms, I look at the birds of the air. They neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, and yet the heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? For those of you on Zoom, would you go ahead and unmute so we can listen to your prayers out loud?
Hi, this is Marty. I wanted to add just prayer for peace in our world. Things still keep to be tumbling out of control. Thank you.
Thank you, Marty. Anyone else?
Speaking of tumbling, a prayer for my dad, please. He's got a neurological disease and he keeps falling out of bed and falling out of chairs because of it. So let's keep him safe and spiritually padded.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron. Go ahead and put our hands together as we do at Unity of Kent to warm up those hands, create that energy towards our prayer box here as we hold these prayers in our dear concern. Mother, Father, God, we are blessed with a continuous flow of life and beauty and love from your giving nature. As we reach out to these blessings and these prayers, we want to be sure that they are encompassed in that light, that love, that amazing gift of healing that you bring to us. We hold them as we walk through this week, as we think about the prayers that we've put into this box, we know that they are being coveted and created with the joy of healing. Amen. Now is the time to greet each other in namaste, and hugs and handshakes as we go out through our community and we say hi to those on Zoom and Facebook.
I've got a Beatles song for you. It's actually a George Harrison song that the Beatles recorded and never released. And it's a song of pilgrimage. I've just been in making music in Brazil and Pakistan. These are both countries where the spiritual journey has a lot to do with physical pilgrimage, walking to different stations, honoring different saints by traveling to their spot and offering yourself. This is called Dehradun. And George Harrison wrote this while the Beatles were in the ashram in India. And for whatever reason, they never released it. I think it's wonderful as a spiritual analogy. Dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum. Many roads can take you there, many different ways. One direction takes you years, another takes you days. Dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum. Many people on the road looking at the sights, many others with their troubles looking for their rights. Dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum. See them move along the road in search of life divine, beggars in a gold mine. Many roads can take you there, many different ways. One direction takes you years, another takes you days. Dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum dera dum dum dera dera dum. George Harrison to start your morning.
I think George would like your version. Thanks, Aaron. Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. The sun is out. Isn't it amazing? It's beautiful. It's kind of cold, though, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's an interesting world that we're living in. It gets interestinger and interestinger, doesn't it? And so when we come here together on Sunday morning, we come here and we remember the truth of who we are in oneness. And it's important that we do so because there's so much going on that would be telling us everything but that. And so when I think about what it is I would like to take your time talking about this morning, the word that comes up for me, because I have noticed since the beginning of the year, have you noticed that it feels different? Yes. Doesn't it? The energy's different. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Doesn't mean it's an easy thing, but it's different. And the word that comes, if I sit with it for a while, and maybe you'll sit with it too and see what the word is that you get. But the word that I got, the opportunity that we have in this time is for harmony. Harmony. Now you might say to me, Joanna, that is not the word. As I look out at this world, that's not the word that comes to me. Not even close. You're right. It's not. And that is the truth of us underneath what's going on. And I looked at, Charles Fillmore always has a lot to say. The co-founder of Unity always has a lot to say about everything, but he has specifically had a lot to say when he considers the idea of harmony. He speaks about divine harmony, and he says, divine harmony is perfect accord with the goodness, the beauty, and the righteousness of omnipresent spirit. Everything is governed by fixed law, and harmony is its expression. Everything is fixed, governed by fixed law, and harmony is its expression. This is illustrated by the living body, which is a sensitive instrument, responsive to the touch of the Master, I am. And we can lose harmony when the will is centered in the external and loses sight of the ideal. It breaks the connection between spirit and manifestation, and thus man loses the harmony that is his under divine law. And the way it can be restored is through a knowledge of the truth of being. Through the truth of being, human is restored to divine harmony. We must know the truth about ourselves and conform to it in all our thinking and not be misled by appearances. See, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the key. It's very easy to be misled by appearances, isn't it? And some days are easier than others. And have you had a day recently where it was easy to be misled by appearances? Sure. Absolutely. There are a number of expressions of the Spirit in life: silence, beingness, truth, wisdom, timelessness, infinity, goodness, love, beauty, and delight are several. Perhaps the most essential and basic is harmony, whose higher expression is oneness and unity of being. So you see why harmony is important in these times. For the infinite consciousness, every and all things are interlocked in an essential harmony and oneness. And yet out of the essential unity, a universe of infinitely diverse forms was created, including we humans. It is the same in our own individual and collective lives. When we bring greater harmony to bear through our relationship with others and the world, we generate a vast creative power for accomplishment for ourselves and others. And a way you might be able to feel into that idea is, how does it feel when you're here on a Sunday morning and someone, maybe a duo or a trio or a choir, comes in and they start to sing melody and they break into harmony? Isn't that when the goosebumps come? It's taking life itself and expanding it. That's the natural thing for life, is to evolve and expand. That's what it does. That's what life is. And so harmony is the outpicturing or the expression of that expansion. And that's why when there's melody, the melody, which is beautiful, and then the harmony comes into it, you go, oh, okay. Ooh, goosebumps. Can you feel that? You can even feel it just thinking about it. Yeah. That idea of expanding the melody into variations makes it even more beautiful, makes it even more expressive. That kind of energy is really important in these days and times when we are so forgetting who we are in oneness. As Marty was praying for earlier, for peace in this world that seems like it's forgetting who and what it is. So how do we have harmony in the midst of all this? Where do we get it, Joanna? I mean, that sounds great, but how? One of the first ways we can look and be reminded about harmony is looking at nature around us. Nature unfolds in harmony all the time. And it always allows for whatever's going on, whatever we're managing to do to it, to alter it. It's like one of the simplest ways. Have you ever had a plant at home that's not getting enough light? What does it do? What does the plant do? It reaches for the light. And suddenly it's got a leg or something. It's doing something different. And a lot of times you have to turn the plant around because everyone's facing towards the light, all the leaves and everything. And so you turn it back, and then it turns right back towards the light because that's what it's going to do. Because it understands what it is and what it needs. And it doesn't ask you anything. It just does what it knows to do. And even in our world where we're living in such a way that we're altering aspects of nature, or so it seems, nature adapts itself in the ways that it can. It doesn't wait for us to tell it. It doesn't get mad. You'll never see a tree going like this. No, it doesn't work that way. Because a tree innately understands what it is, and as part of that nature, it lives in harmony with itself and with the life around it. And it's something we can learn. Because we have such a time with it, don't we, it seems. And the reason that it's so difficult, dear ones, is because we continue to look out there for our validity. I need you to do something different so I can feel okay about me. Isn't that what's happening? That's boiling it down to real simplicity. But isn't that what's happening? I don't feel okay about me, so I need you to do something differently. I need you to shift. I need you to change. I need to give me your property, your land, your goods, your money, your children. I need you to do something else so that I can feel okay about me. That is out of alignment with the harmony of life. It's discordant energy. And isn't that a good word when you look out at what you see going on in our world today? Discordant. Have you heard discordant music before? And you go, ooh. It's like that. It's like that. And so what we're asked then in the moment as conscious beings is to recognize discordant energy and move back into harmony with life, first of all, within ourselves. Well, how do we do that? By each morning when you wake up, the first thing, before you get up, before you even get up and go to the bathroom and brush your teeth, I am one with life itself. I live in harmony with the beauty and the bounty of life itself. Set the tone for your experience today, right from the first moment. I am harmony in expression. And because we are all one, do you believe that we're all one? Is that something that rings true in your heart? Then you know that as you claim the truth of you in oneness and in harmony with life, you are contributing to the healing of the whole. Does that make sense? Do you believe that? Yes. Yeah. So from the moment you wake up on planet Earth in this life, tomorrow morning, you wake up and claim the truth of who you are and bring that energy through you, and it gets expressed, and it will get expressed in your experience. Because we are manifestors of experience, dear ones. Are you aware of that? Have you noticed? If you're holding a lot of negative energy, what is your experience? Remember, and this is a quiz, because you always hear this from me, the universe only has one answer. What is it? Oh, very good. You remember. The universe only has one answer. There's just one. Yes, it's all it's got. Yes, it's expanding life. Yes, there is no in the universe. It's only yes. So whatever we're holding is true, and we put it out there, the universe goes yes. And so, if you don't like what's going on out there, don't blame out there. Make some fine-tuning and changes in here. The universe doesn't have any favorites, doesn't play any favorites with anyone. It has no political party. It doesn't care what your credit rating is. None of that. It just says yes to everything and everyone. All it's got. You and I have the fine-tuning variable of what it's saying yes to. And if it's discordant that you're experiencing, then to get back into harmony, as Charles says, it becomes restored as we know and claim the truth about ourselves and to conform to it in all our thinking and not be misled by appearances. It's very easy to get discouraged these days, isn't it? And you think we've reached the bottom, but oh no. Oh no. And so how do you and I impact that? By starting at first to begin to live in harmony inside ourselves. And there are things happening, and I'll just quickly share a couple things with you, just to point out as examples. At the very beginning of the year, there was an interesting contrast going on TV on the first Monday night of this year. On one area, if you're watching television, on one channel they're showing the chaos and discordant energy in Congress. You might have seen that or knew about that. And on another channel, if you happen to have been watching it, was a football game. And in the first quarter of this football game, one of the young players, a young healthy player, took a very serious injury. Are you aware of this? Do you know about this story? Did you happen to see it? Did you see it because all the channels went to the game when this happened? So everybody was watching it at by the time they showed it about 10,000 times and everybody had seen it. But what was interesting about it was the energy of it. That while there was this discordant energy happening over here in Washington, D.C., I think they were in Cincinnati, right? They were in Cincinnati where the game was being played. The game stopped. Well, this young man appeared to be very seriously injured, and in fact, his heart stopped, and everyone thought he was dead. And so you looked and you see the horror on the faces of the players and everything. And normally in a game like this, they would go to commercial and they would talk to the announcers and wait till they get the body off the field and then go back to the game. And in fact, I believe in the early 70s, they did do that in Detroit. A player died on the field and they just went to commercial, did some other stuff until they got the player removed and went back to the game. And usually when there's an injury on the field, they do that, wait till things are handled and go back to the game. This time, they did not. If you were feeling the energy, they could not. They could not. And remember, this is big business. This is about doing the game, and this was a very important game. Both teams were way still in it. They were way in it to be there to go to the playoffs. They could both contenders for the Super Bowl. So I mean, this was a big deal. And yet, they could not go back to that game. They couldn't. And so it was such an interesting experience because it felt as though the whole world was watching and everyone was concerned about what had happened. Had this young man died? What had happened? And we were all witnessing the horror of all the players and everyone on their knees around in prayer and concern. And it was like, you know what? Our humanity was showing. Our humanity was showing. Imagine that. Now, on this other channel that was showing Washington, no, our humanity was not showing. But here it was. Big time. And they never did play that game. They never played that game. And fortunately, that young man did not die. Fortunately, they had the equipment and the people on the field who knew what to do and got his heart started again. And he survived, and he's going to be fine. But the power of the whole thing, and why I take up our time here, is the energy of our humanity was showing. Questions or comments about that? If you're paying attention, it's sneaking in, dear ones, in spite of us. It's sneaking in. And the deal with that, and the reason I bring it up is the power of it is they couldn't play that game because of the energy of it, the feel that we all had. There was no way that game could have been played, no matter what they always do or what they're supposed to do or what they were told to do. There was no way. And that was powerful. And I believe we're going to have more and more of those kinds of moments where we're going to step out of the norm. And our humanity is going to win out in the moment. Our compassion, our connection, our oneness. In that moment, there was oneness, and we all could feel it. There was, and you maybe have heard this too, Damar Hamlin was the young man's name. Before this all happened, he's from Pittsburgh, and he had this little cause that he had for the kids in Pittsburgh area where that raised money for toys and school supplies and things like that. And over the holidays, he'd been home and had a couple events, and they'd raised over $100,000 for this cause. And after this happened that night, as of today, that cause has now got $9 million. Because people wanted to do something. People wanted to show that they cared. Something. What can I do? I need to show. And they had money from all over the world. People wanted to say, I care. That is an unfolding of, in the midst of the discordance in our world, we're going to see more and more of this. How do I know that? Am I making it up? No. Do you know how I know that? Because it is who we truly are. It has to. When I used to work, you guys remember this, I used to work with Neil Donald Walsh, the man who wrote the Conversations with God books. I worked with him for 8.5 years in Southern Oregon. And people used to ask him all the time, what is one of your favorite questions that you ask God? And he said, one of my favorite questions I ask God is, God, why do you put up with us? Why do you put up with us? We don't get it. We didn't get it 2,000 years ago. We still don't get it. Why do you put up with us? And you know what God's response is? Because I know how it ends. I know who you are. I know how it has to end. Because I know who you are. Are you taking a rough road? Oh, yes. Yes, you are. Are you taking about as rough a road as there could be? Yes. Yes. Why don't you stop us, God? Because I love you enough to allow you to choose your way home. I don't need you to do anything. I am life. I am love, and so are you. And you will get it. You absolutely will, in the time that it takes. And it'll take as long as it takes. And I'll be with you every step of the way. And so, dear ones, the harmony, listen for it. Listen in each moment of now, because it's there. It's there. And sometimes it's greatly contrasted, as in the example of Monday Night Football. Listen for it. Live your life with an eye for the miracle of the moment. Listen with your ear close to the ground, listening to what nature's doing. We have the climate change. I don't want to spend much more time, but if you haven't seen it, I highly, highly recommend that you watch the show on PBS called Earthshot Prize. Have any of you seen that? Oh, dear ones, you've got to see it. Earthshot Prize. And the reason it's called Earthshot is, well, many of you weren't here then, but back in the days of John F. Kennedy, those of us that remember John F. Kennedy back in the early 60s, he was all about us getting to the moon. And he talked about the moonshot. And at that time, it was the most impossible thing. It was just this crazy idea, moonshot, JFK's moonshot. And what happened? By the end of the decade, we were on the moon. It looked totally impossible. We didn't have the ability to do that, but we did it. And so now, starting by Prince William, who started this and is doing a lot of this, has called a lot of people with influence and money together to support that folks all over the world who are finding answers to our climate problems on all levels. And they have this thing called the Earthshot Prize, which seems impossible. It seems impossible. And yet, it can be done, and people are doing it. And so they had this, they all came together in Boston in December because that was JFK's home, and they wanted to honor the JFK and the moonshot by having the Earthshot Prize in Boston. And so these folks came, and if you can see it, you can watch the whole thing. It's amazing. I think it's a couple of hours. They show all these people who enter what their solutions are into this contest. And they have 5 different levels of climate change issues. And they show the people doing it and showing you what they did. Well, all of the entries were amazing, but they chose a winner in each of the 5 categories, and each one of them got $1 million towards what they're doing. Well, if you are depressed and thinking there's nothing that's going to happen, that we're not going to solve this, you have to watch this, because you will see that people are doing what needs to be done, and they're starting to get support for it. That's the key, isn't it? Getting support for it. Getting support for it. For example, there was a woman, this sweet little woman from Kenya. A lot of people die because they cook their food on fires inside tents and the little places that they live. And so they die from the smoke that they inhale all the time. And this little woman, whose little girl fell into the fire once and had a terrible burn. And so she was determined, and so she created a smokeless stove that costs $10. And now 300,000 of them have been distributed around Africa, and now they're looking at larger distribution so that people all over the world that cook like that can have a smokeless stove. And that's a big deal. That deals with emissions, it deals with people's lungs. But this little woman in Kenya invented it. Dear ones, the harmony is there. We just have to listen for it. And when you hear it, lift it up. Lift it up. Do you get it? Questions or comments about any of that? Does this make sense to you? Does this feel important to you? Yeah. We are harmony. We are the oneness in harmony. We just have to choose it and then lift it. For the opportunity to be with you in harmony this morning, dear ones, I am so grateful. Happy New Year to you. Many blessings. Much love. Much love from Whidbey.
People, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Woo-hoo. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright, be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds sit by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Woo-hoo. Singing, this is my message to you. Woo-hoo. Singing, this is my message to you. Woo-hoo.
Thanks, Aaron. You brought music from those three little birds. That's great. So it is now time to give back to our beautiful community. As we give back, we get, the circle is one. As the oneness that we all live in this universe is the oneness of giving and receiving. And so we have many ways of giving to Unity of Kent. If you are remote, we have on our website, we have Givelify. And however it is that you give, whether it's through cash or check or through blessing, through mail-in, to dropping it by the church, or through Givelify, we bring those together as one as far as bringing back to this community. So, Guy will come around and collect your offering today. Oh, I'm sorry. Are we blessing first? Yes, we do that first. Okay. All right, let's bless our offerings as we hold them in our hands. With me, please. Divine love, flowing as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And once again, Guy is going to hold our offerings, and we will rub our hands together create that beautiful energy of giving and receiving as we point it towards our offerings. Mother, Father, God, we thank you for these gifts because we know that these gifts will be given out as Unity of Kent shares in the community. We thank you for the love that goes along with these gifts. We know that it is true heart and a blessing to us all. Amen. All right, so thank you for being here, and those of you on Zoom and Facebook, I hope you'll join us in the singing of our peace song, Let's Circle Up.
Here we go. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song of vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
All right, let us go ahead and say our beautiful prayer of protection again together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light that is God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love that is God. The power of God protects us. I am the power that is God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence that is God. Where I am, God is, all is well. And I wanted to thoroughly thank Reverend Joanna Gabriel and Aaron English for their service today to us.
Thank you.
Aaron.